want to be in fashion, sure, 100%, wear the shit. But then when you're not comfortable, just take off your shoes in the middle of the road, walk like this. Even though if your socks are not matching, it's all good. We should be accepted in all
preach,
forms.
girl.
Preach, girl, preach.
Who was it? Oh, it was just a driver?
Driver.
Let's go in, let's go in.
Aí é como tem escritórios aí dentro.
Oh, wow. We just walked up 10 flights of stairs at the Science Museum.
And I'm crying. I'm like in tears.
And we realized it's actually just a cafeteria. So, I'm gonna walk back down. Elevator. Oh shit. What's gonna happen? Shit.
Wow.
Did it buzz you?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Really?
It's just enough for you to be like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
Do it.
You touch it. Not touch it. Why would I purposely show myself?
Someone else touch
I dare you
it.
to do it with 2 fingers.
Yeah, someone do
What,
it.
to die?
Someone do it. Do it.
Bro, that's dangerous, man.
Is it
It's
actually?
really dangerous.
I'm actually
It
scared.
affects your heart.
Really? Did you do it?
Scared.
I think he's not conducted. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to touch these lungs. You have to touch the 2 pieces of it. It's not that bad.
Was it nice? Did it give you a thrill?
Not really.
How big is the show?
I don't know if I'm down for that. No.
and touched it to the USS Niagara. Set out to sea, carrying 1/2 of.
Hey everyone! Today was a pretty fun day. This morning we went to the MusEYem, so I showed a couple of little videos in the beginning of the video. There wasn't really much to film at the MusEYem, but what we did see at the MusEYem today were a lot of old paintings which did depict the development of glasses, or how England people call them spectacles, of how those developed throughout history. So that was pretty interesting, and a lot of the paintings were a little bit funny, I guess, because of the old glasses. They just look kind of funny, because now we just have these small frames, but before they might have used these very long magnifying devices. After the MusEYem, we walked to the London Science Museum, and on our walk there we actually passed Buckingham Palace, and we thought we saw the Queen come out, but I don't really know who it was. Seemed like just a driver, just a random person, and they opened all the gates and everyone was like super excited, and then they closed the gates, and yeah, that was all. But it was kind of cool, right? I've never been there before, so it was really cool to go there. Sorry, right now I'm just super wired on coffee, or whatever. At the Science Museum, the first thing I saw were a lot of skulls and heads, which was pretty cool. So I guess it was all about the measuring skulls, history about that and how that relates to psychology. I didn't read every little blurb in the museum, like that always bores me. I can't read everything, then I get so tired. I was trying to film stuff because we actually have assignments based on what we see in the museums, and we have little questions that we have to answer based on that, but I just didn't want to read it all, so I tried filming it all, but in the end, you know, gotta look at all that footage. So the second thing that I saw was something that said do not touch, all on the ground in a circle, and then there was this pole in the middle, and it's like, is this really here for people not to touch, or did they put this so that we will touch it as a joke or something? Because it was just this random long pole right in the middle of a walkway, and it's like, just do not touch with big letters on it. Like obviously people are gonna want to touch it. So I got my friends Eric and Andrew to go up close to the pole, and they touched it and it zapped them a bit, and then 2 other guys went too. And I mean, I don't know if the shock was big or not, but it couldn't be too big because they wouldn't just have that sitting there, like little children could touch it, you know? After walking through the do not touch area, I saw an area about telegraphs, and it was a huge exhibit on telegraphs and the development of phones throughout history. And the coolest thing about this is that they incorporated a lot of art into the Science Museum, especially this exhibit. I filmed a couple cool things that I saw, and there were like these little pinholes that you look through, and you just like put your eye really close, and then you press a button and a light comes up, and I don't know what it was made of, like something that blocks the lights. I really like when they incorporate art with science. I find they always go hand in hand, so kind of cool. Oh, and then they also had the complete history of telegraph, phone, I think, and it was, I don't know what these are called, but they're just these little cutouts of people, and they had music playing, and it was just like the cutest thing ever. And it was this.
It's cool. I saw part of it.
In the olden days, if Julius Caesar or Leonardo da Vinci or Mozart wanted to send a message to someone else, Dawn, April 1746, in a Paris monastery. Meanwhile, at the other end, the Abbé Antoine Nollet took a homemade battery.
The Science Museum was so cool. It was like 5 floors tall, and it did take us a long time to run to the top because we wanted to go from top to bottom, but in the end we didn't even end up seeing everything because we only had a couple hours, and it's actually humongous and it's so cool, and I really wish I could go back there. I think it is a free museum too, so that's also a plus. They talked a lot about just like history to now and technologies, so yeah, that was a pretty fun, cool experience today, and hope to see you in my next video, my vlog. It will be on, let me see, when's the next vlog? What's the next vlog gonna be on? I think it will be Barcelona. But holy shoot, I have an exam. When is my exam? On the 17th in 2 days, which is on 6 lectures, and you know what that means? Like, it's a midterm, so that means my course is already halfway over. Like, wow, so wild. Make sure to please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. And thank you so much for watching.